Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, everybody. The water's been really low for a long time now. We haven't been getting much rain. And when people start hitting these spots around here like they do, like a spot we're in today, it gets hit pretty hard. Stuff starts to dry up. And really the only way you can find new stuff is if it rains again or if the water rises. And I wanted to do some arrowhead hunting, but I didn't want a goose egg. So I decided I brought a 5-gallon bucket down. We're gonna use that. It's called the bucket method, obviously. And we're gonna simulate rain on some of these beaches and see if we can't uncover some new artifacts. So we're gonna get down through here, fill the water up on the shore, and hopefully we'll find something good. All right, the name of the game today is bucket method. We're just gonna take this bucket here, take it right out there, fill it up. And then somewhere where the sand and the mud meets, I'll probably pour it on the shore there. That'll wash some of this stuff away, and hopefully there'll just be something laying out. All right, we've thrown a few buckets up, and I found my first prize right here. Little piece of pottery. You can see the shell temper sticking out of it. That might be flint. Get a closer look at that. While I was throwing buckets of water up on a few of these spots, I noticed that some kayakers were coming upriver and going in and out on the shore. I didn't think much of it, but as they got closer, I realized that one of them was somebody that I know. We'll see here. We're here with Bob Byard. If you guys remember Bob, he was one of the guys that presented at the artifact show we went to a couple Thanksgivings ago. And he says that he thinks he found something good over here.
We'll take a look there, Doug. It's good to be out here on the river with you. Happen to run into you.
Oh yeah.
Happenstance is great. Okay, I just saw it right in here.
Look at that, man. That might even be a little fish spear, isn't it?
Well, you don't know yet. We're gonna pick this up. It looks like it might be all there. Oh boy, it's a thick one.
No, that's nice.
It's a thick one. What's that base say? It's almost like a table rock base on him.
It is, isn't it? Kind of stemmed looking.
But you got some serration down here. That's a hard call, Doug.
But uneven too.
Yeah, but beautiful nonetheless. I like it.
Just on the surface.
Look at that.
Yeah, very nice.
We got one, Tanya.
Alrighty, Bob and his crew, they're back on their way, but they're pretty nice people. I've met Bob before at, like I said, the artifact show. And he seems like a stand-up guy. It's nice getting to run into him. We've been doing some washing up in here, and I found me a real nice piece, translucent flint. Hold it up to the sun. Probably, yeah, you can see right through it there. That's phenomenal. Alrighty, throwing some water up in here. Got a little busted piece of quartz. Not too much else. Something neat about this quartz, Bob told me before he left, and it makes sense because I see it in the same spot as the pottery, is that they would crush this up and use it as temper in the pottery. So a lot of times when I see that white stuff in the pottery, it's probably not the shell, it's probably this right here. And that makes a lot of sense because you literally start seeing this quartz down here the same time in places that you see the pottery, and it kind of disappears when the pottery disappears. So that was a neat little thing to learn. Thanks, Bob. Boy, I wish Bob was still here. I'd love to show him this. He did him a little sift right there, I think on the way up or the way back. And literally right over here, maybe a foot and a half from where he sifted, I saw that laying out. I thought it was a broken tip. When I picked it up, it is the tiniest triangle I've ever seen in my life. It's worked on all three sides. Whoever made that was quite the craftsman. That is an incredible little triangle right there. All right, like I tell you guys all the time, always do a walk back if you can. There's a spot right in here. It's at the edge of a spot that I tried to wash out earlier. I didn't wash right in here. I looked down on the way back and I was able to find that little busted base. I thought it was a triangle, but it gets kind of thick up there, so I think it's like a little stemmed base, but not too sure. All right, we're gonna look a couple of these spots I hit with the bucket on the way back And then I think we're going to call it quits after that. It's starting to get pretty hot. There's a nice piece of flint right there. Alrighty, I'm tuckered out. That bucket method seen some okay results. We were able to find a lot of pottery with that. Look through here, we got a couple decent pieces of pottery in here. A bunch of flint. It was cool seeing Bob and Scott and Tanya too. Tanya and Scott, nice meeting you. Bob, good seeing you again. And Bob, thanks for that piece of information on this quartz. Now I finally know why all this quartz is in here, and that is temper for this pottery. So that was really cool. Good seeing you guys. Had a great time on the river. Hope you guys have a safe trip home. But that's all the pottery and all the shards we found. On the way back when we made our finds, I've got this busted base here. And you kind of tell it's from a stemmed piece or a notched piece. It's not a triangle because it kind of arches out too much. See where it's worked there on the bottom. But the find of the day for me has to be this tiny little triangle. This thing is in pristine shape. There's a nice little one right there. But I can't claim the win for the day. The win for the day's got to go to Bob. That point he found, that thing was spectacular. It was a beautiful rainbow brown type of flint. I think he said an Upper Mercer possibly. Not too sure on that. But that thing was spectacular. And Bob, I'm taking 1% of credit on that, because right through there where we found it, I threw some buckets of water and I kind of walked away. So not really a win for me, but a win for the bucket method. But that's the finds for the day. It was a fun day, getting to run into some fun people. I had a great time. You guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, share these videos with friends. We'll see you out on the river next time. Happy hunting.